Hey Tubes, this is Love to Boat 92 here with another product review. We've been in the market for a pressure washer here at the farm for, a month, maybe, around a month. And we've looked all around. We looked at the Home Depot, Lowe's, and Sam's Club, I think it was. All around 2,500 PSI pressure washers. And I just wasn't really impressed with a lot of the other ones. Some of them seemed pretty cheap. This one here from Harbor Freight seemed like a pretty good deal. I was very curious about the Honda clone engines that were on these things. And I didn't really know what to expect. I've never used one before, never owned one. But after using it for a little bit, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this little thing. This is your fuel on, off. This is your choke on, off. This is your throttle, idle, wide open. This is your on-off valve. This machine does come with the low oil alert. A 1 gallon gas tank. I really like that. We looked at a Ryobi one and it was just, oh my gosh, it was like this big. A teeny tiny tank. Like that deep too. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I know it has it idles itself down, but that's not very much gas. Still, like the 1 gallon gas tank. The manual says that this is just a brass axial pump, but really it's a triplex brass axial pump with the 3 plungers or pistons, whatever they're called. Has a regulator knob. This here hose is for the... You can put this in some soap or something, and it'll come out at the gun. It has 5 tips. The pencil, narrow, medium, wide, and low pressure for your soap. Item number is 69734, Pacific Hydrostar. 212 cc's. Comes with a, I think it was around a 25-foot hose. I added a second one. This is another 25 feet, so I have 50 feet of hose on there. And actually, I could even add another 50 feet and still have enough of room left over to be able to hang it all. The gun seems pretty nice. Quick disconnects here, so you can just pop this off, and you can just pop it back on. The gas tank does have a filter already in it. That's pretty nice that you can just lift out. I like that. Here's your spark plug, your muffler, and your air intake. I like that the hose in the back hooks up there instead of on the side, because then if you had to move it, it's kind of pulling the machine to one side. The frame seems pretty nice. I like the little bumper here. I like the pneumatic tires. Very nice. We go through some pretty rough ground here, and the plastic ones, they're real narrow. They're real teeny tiny, and they'll just cut through the lawn and bury themselves where the pneumatic ones won't. I know some people hate tires for the simple fact that they go flat, especially the little ones, but that doesn't really bother me. I'll just put some more air in it. It is an overhead valve engine, 3 gallons per minute, and 2500 PSI. Everything's all metal on this thing. A couple of the ones, it was like a Black Max that we looked at Sam's Club. The hanger here was all plastic and really, really thin. And I like put the nozzle on there and it like flexed. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, that'll be the first thing that'll break on this. When you use this thing, it tends to spin just a very little bit. It does have no more rubber feet. Very, very easy to assemble. A nut and washer here, a nut and washer on the other side. Had to put the hose on, had to put knobs on here and the bolts for the handles. The pump came with oil. I figured out a quart of oil for the pump will last me close to 7 years, changing that out yearly, so it does not use very much oil. There's a drain plug underneath. I like being able to maintain stuff. A lot of the other ones you couldn't maintain. I like being able to change the oil, put some fresh oil in, and know that the pump's going to be okay. The engine did not come with oil. There was stickers all over the place that I had to take off saying that it doesn't come with oil. So I put oil in it. Here's your dipstick. And there is an oil fill on the other side, just like on this side. How to start this Harbor Freight pressure washer. First of all, what you want to do, connect your hose. Then you'll want to get all the air out. Sometimes what I'll do to speed up this process, I'll pull this thing off and it lets a lot more water go through. That should be good. Put the tip back on. Make sure you have oil in the pump, make sure you have oil in the engine, and gas in the gas tank. You have to hold this nozzle down to start it. Flip your on switch to on. I like to give it about half throttle. Make sure your choke is on. This is a cold start. This is your exhaust. Not hot at all. Fuel is on, choke is on, half throttle, and on-off switch is on, and give it a pull. All there is to it. We picked this thing up for, it was $381, I think it was, including tax. I had a 20% off coupon, which brought it down to like $270, $280-ish, somewhere around there. And for $280, we'll say, you get a Honda clone engine, a triplex pump, a nice frame and everything. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. But it came to $380 because we wanted to get the 2-year replacement warranty. All the reviews were good on this thing. I had seen a few videos on YouTube of this, but not really one like this. One thing that I do not like how these handles are. They need to be brought down more. I am 5'8", 5'9", somewhere around there, and I have to pick these things up almost past my waist to get the feet down at the bottom here. up off the ground. I don't really like having to do that. They need to make the handles further down. So Harbor Freight, listen up. Put the handles, when you're bending the pipes, take them, instead of like this, bend them down more. One more thing that I don't like about this. Whenever you move this around, this thing likes to bang on the side of the tank. It gets annoying, it'll probably dent up the tank, and there'll be paint chipping off. So maybe put like a bumper or something here. I may add something just to keep this thing from hitting the side of the gas tank. The pump oil is SAE 10W30, must be non-detergent. Engine oil is also SAE 10W30. Not a bad little pressure washer for the money. Thanks for watching, everybody.